Archangel Michael says, there is a silence that surrounds you, but it is filled with their thoughts. You walk through your days unaware of the invisible string that still tethers their heart to yours. They don't speak it, but each time your name is mentioned, their eyes reveal what their lips won't say. This person hides their pain behind smiles and distractions, but inside, they are trembling with longing. They remember your laugh like it was yesterday, and that memory haunts them like a beautiful ghost. Every time they see someone who even slightly resembles you, their breath pauses just for a second. There is a place only you once occupied in their heart, and no one, no matter how hard they try, can fill that space. Even when they pretend to have moved on, deep inside, their soul whispers your name in the quiet hours. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They scroll past your photos late at night, zooming in just to see your eyes more clearly. They've typed messages and deleted them 100 times, afraid of what might happen if they press send. A song comes on that you once loved, and without fail, it pulls them back into the past like a wave crashing over them. This isn't just nostalgia, it's a daily ache wrapped in hidden hope. They wish you knew how often they check the time, thinking of when you used to call. They remember the way your energy used to light up the room. How your touch left traces on their skin. Archangel Michael says, they dream of you often, and in those dreams, you are always smiling. But when they wake up, the emptiness beside them reminds them you're no longer near. Type Amen to get blessing 494. They've seen people come and go, but none have stirred their spirit the way you did. You brought a kind of peace that nothing else has been able to replicate. Even the things they once enjoyed feel dull now, as if life lost its taste without your presence. There's a confession held tightly behind their chest. They rehearse it in silence, thinking one day they might get the courage to tell you. But fear of rejection wraps around them like a chain, stopping every brave step they consider. They scroll through old messages, holding on to words that once made them feel alive. In the depths of their soul, they are still writing love letters with your name in every line. Type Amen to get blessing 808. You may not feel their energy, but they are sending it toward you like waves from a distant shore. The universe hears their thoughts, and heaven records their silent prayers about you. They keep hoping for a sign, anything to know if you still think of them too. They remember your scars, your strength, and the softness you once allowed them to see. Even in your absence, they defend you, praise you, and carry you as a sacred memory. They walk through crowded rooms, yet all they truly want is to bump into you, just once. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, this person is not just thinking of you, they're holding on to you. They whisper your name into their pillow, and it echoes through the walls of their heart. Type Amen to get blessing July 27th. They watched the dates go by, remembering anniversaries only their heart celebrates now. Your birthday, your favorite meal, the scent you used to wear, it's all engraved in their mind. They once imagined forever with you, and though time has passed, they still hold that image. People around them have no idea of the war they fight inside to forget someone unforgettable. They laugh with others, but cry when alone, and no one suspects the reason for their tears. They've kept gifts, little notes, or even items you once touched, as if parting with them would erase you. They still walk the same streets you once did, hoping to see your face in the crowd. The moments they miss you are louder than any sound the world can make. Type Amen to get blessing 616. Sometimes they see you in strangers, and for a brief second, the hope reignites. But that spark quickly fades, and they're left again with the realization, it wasn't you. No matter how far life has taken them, their heart hasn't traveled far from you. They wonder if you've healed, if you've moved on, or if you feel what they feel. But even in the wondering, they protect your name like a sacred vow they refuse to break. They talk to the stars at night, telling them about the one person who changed everything. Archangel Michael says, this connection is not lost, it's just sleeping beneath the noise of life. And when divine timing strikes, you will feel what they've felt all along. Type Amen to get blessing 505. This person holds on to the belief that maybe, just maybe, you'll understand one day. They never stopped loving you, they just got good at hiding it. Behind their jokes, behind their success, behind the image they show the world, is a soul still bleeding your name. Even when they're with someone else, a part of them is still with you. Their heart knows where it belongs, but their path got tangled in time and fear. They smile when people mention your name, but their chest tightens in secret. You are not a memory, they still live you, breathe you, mourn you. And each day, they quietly hope that destiny will bring your eyes back to theirs. Type Amen to get blessing 939. They hear your name in conversations they weren't part of. They see your initials in places where you were never supposed to be. The world keeps reminding them of you in strange, divine ways. It's like heaven won't let them forget, no matter how hard they try. Even when they try to replace the void you left, their soul refused to forget your imprint. They've cried for you in ways no one knows, not even those closest to them. Archangel Michael says, love like this doesn't die, it waits, silently, patiently, in sacred chambers, and the reason you're feeling pulled to them now, is because their spirit just called your name again. Type Amen to get blessing 388. They replay the last things you said, as if decoding some hidden message. Your laughter is a melody stuck on repeat in the quiet of their solitude. They don't need reminders they never forgot, even in their happiest moments. A part of them is missing, and it's you. They write letters they never send, speak words into the mirror as if you could hear. The truth is, if they had the strength, they'd stand before you and let the truth fall like rain. They are not over it. They never were, and heaven is stirring this connection again for a divine reason. Type Amen to get blessing 211. You are being drawn to this message for a purpose. Your soul needed this truth like breath after drowning in confusion. You felt their pull, their pain, their energy, even if you didn't fully understand it. This person is not your past, they are a part of your divine alignment. Their pain, their longing, their silence, it has all been a form of prayer. And today, their heart is calling out in full surrender, asking for one final chance. Archangel Michael says, the time to listen has arrived. What once broke you is now reaching for healing, and it begins with truth. Type Amen to get blessing 777. They don't want to disturb your peace, so they choose silence over risking your distance. But inside, they're begging for one more moment with you, one moment to explain, to cry, to confess. They've rehearsed how they'll say your name again, how they'll stand still and let their truth fall at your feet. They regret not fighting harder, not holding on longer, not speaking up sooner. They carry guilt as heavy as stone, each day hoping they'll get to lay it down in your presence. Their heart aches not just from missing you, but from the thought that maybe you'll never know how deep their love ran. This person is not just anyone, they are someone who loved you in silence, in shadows, in storms. And even though life has pulled you in different directions, your name is still etched into their heartbeat. Type Amen to get blessing 144. They find pieces of you in songs, in street corners, in certain foods, even in the way the sky looks before rain. They wonder if you ever think about them when your chest feels tight out of nowhere. They wonder if you feel that invisible thread too, still connecting you both like souls that never got closure. Every milestone they reach, they pause and imagine how you would have celebrated it with them. They close their eyes and still see you standing beside them, smiling the way you used to. They want to tell you that your absence didn't make them hate you, it made them love you more deeply than they ever thought possible. Archangel Michael says, this person has been visited by divine dreams, and you were in every one. You appeared not as a memory, but as a message that your souls are not finished yet. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Their emotions are wrapped in divine timing, and though they don't understand it fully, they're learning to trust it. They've let the angels carry their unanswered prayers, hoping one day they'll return with you. The universe has paused them, slowed them, softened them, because this connection isn't ordinary. They fear they've lost their chance, that you've closed the door forever. But even with that fear, they still love you enough to pray for your joy, even if it doesn't include them. They'd rather carry the ache of your absence than pretend someone else could replace your soul. They've seen signs, your initials in clouds, your favorite numbers on clocks, your birthdate showing up randomly. These aren't coincidences, they're confirmations that this connection is divinely written. Type Amen to get blessing May 22nd. In the silence of the night, they still whisper your name. Sometimes it's a plea. Sometimes it's a thank you. Sometimes it's just the sound of missing someone they believe was made for them. They've watched others walk into their life, but none stayed the way you did in memory, in spirit, in soul. Even if you think they've forgotten, they haven't. Even if you think they've healed, they haven't, and even if you think it's over, the angels haven't said so. Archangel Michael says, the story between you two is not over, it's waiting for the next chapter. But first, both hearts must be ready to speak with honesty and listen without judgment. Type Amen to get blessing 989. This person has written songs about you they'll never release. They've painted you in poems, sketched you in dreams, prayed for you in silence. They aren't perfect, but neither is the love they hold. And that's why it's real. They once thought they had forever to love you, and now, every day without you feels like a page torn from their soul. They've watched the sun rise hoping for your message, watched the moon fall whispering, maybe tomorrow, and when tomorrow comes, they start it all over again, still waiting. They would give anything just to hear your voice again, even for 1 minute. The sound of your laugh was once the safest place in the world. Type Amen to get blessing 373. Don't be surprised if you suddenly feel the urge to reach out, because this is how spiritual ties work. Your heart is pulling toward them for a reason, and that reason is wrapped in divine design. You were not a phase, not a lesson, not a moment, you were a destiny. And even if that destiny took a detour, heaven hasn't forgotten it. God has seen the weeping they did over you, the shaking hands, the restless nights. Their tears weren't in vain, each drop was counted. Each prayer was heard. Archangel Michael says, heaven's timeline is different from man's time. And just when it seems too late, that's when the divine steps in. Type Amen to get blessing January 2021. There are places they avoid now because the memory of you hits too hard. There are songs they skip, not because they dislike them, but because they loved you with them. Their life is moving, but not forward, it's circling around your absence. They have forgiven you for the things you never apologized for. They only wish you knew they forgave you because they love you more than they were hurt. They haven't stopped believing in what you once shared. Even the stars seem to shine differently when they think of you. Because in their mind, you were always the brightest part of their story. Type Amen to get blessing 464. They don't know how to heal from a connection that wasn't just emotional, but spiritual. This wasn't just love, it was a soul signature. And those don't fade. Every time they feel lost, they close their eyes and imagine your face. Your voice, your energy. They are learning to be strong, but strength doesn't mean they stopped hurting. Sometimes, their strength is in hiding how deeply they still miss you, and yet, they are still choosing to love you quietly, patiently, from afar. Archangel Michael says, a divine reunion can only happen when the soul is truly aligned. And this alignment has already started without either of you realizing it. Type Amen to get blessing 707. You are not crazy for still thinking of them, you are not weak for still loving someone you had to let go. You are simply tethered to a soul that still carries your echo. The next time your heart aches without a cause, remember. It's not just you feeling it. They're missing you at the same exact moment, wondering if you're doing okay. Their energy has always been beside yours, even when miles apart. The spiritual thread between you both has never snapped. It has only been waiting to be pulled again by destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 818. They don't speak of you aloud anymore, but in the privacy of their thoughts, you are still their favorite sentence. You live in the space between their breaths, in the stillness after laughter fades, in the moments they stare at the sky and whisper your name. Time may have pulled you apart, but it has also deepened the love they carry in their heart for you. They have cried out to the universe for a chance to rewrite things, to make it right. Every time someone asks about you, they pretend not to care, but their soul screams in silence. They want nothing more than to hold your hand again, to feel your energy melt into theirs. They've grown wiser, gentler, softer, but not because they wanted to. They changed because losing you changed everything about how they see the world. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Your memory is carved into their everyday routine, from the coffee cup they once shared with you to the quiet sighs they let out when no one is around. They thought they could forget you, but your soul lingers like a fragrance that refuses to fade. The truth is, they never wanted to forget, they only wanted to stop hurting. Archangel Michael says, they are being prepared for something divine, and that something leads back to you. They are in a season of reflection, being humbled by the depth of this connection. They now realize what they lost, and they are praying heaven opens the door one more time. They're watching for signs. Listening for your name in dreams, hoping that the next knock, the next vibration, the next coincidence, is actually you. Type Amen to get blessing 202. They have written unsent letters with trembling hands. They've saved your photos not just in their gallery, but in their sacred places, their journals, their dreams. You are the what if that never left, the almost that still burns like a flame. Even now, they believe in miracles. Not because of stories or sermons, but because they are hoping for a miracle to bring you back. They speak to you in silence, hoping your heart still recognizes the whisper of their love. They are scared that if they wait too long, they'll lose you forever. But they are even more afraid to face you without the right words, the right time, the right truth. Type Amen to get blessing 828. Archangel Michael says, they are not just missing you, they are still loving you through dimensions. Their heart carries your energy like an anthem, and their soul still sings your name in the quietest hours. You were more than just a person to them, you were their home. Every door they walk through feels incomplete without you beside them. They see couples and remember what it felt like to hold your hand in public, to laugh like nothing else mattered. And each time they remember, it hits harder than the last. They are not ashamed of loving you. Even in your absence, they carry you with the highest honor. Type Amen to get blessing 525. If fate allows, they will tell you everything. They will kneel before you, not to beg, but to finally release the truth they've buried for so long. Not a day has passed where you weren't in their heart's prayers. They wish you peace, even if it costs them their own. They hope you've healed, but secretly, they wish they were the one helping you heal. They miss your warmth, your madness, your magic. You were the safest chaos they've ever known. And letting go of you was the hardest lesson life ever taught them. Type Amen to get blessing 313. They have walked away from many things, but they've never been able to walk away from what they felt for you. The universe keeps sending echoes of your love, because the soul doesn't forget what once set it on fire. They dream of bumping into you, of fate arranging a reunion so divine it brings peace. Archangel Michael says, heaven is shifting things. There is movement in the spirit realm, and your name is tied to the breakthrough they are about to experience. Everything they are about to receive, they once wished to share it with you. They will never stop praying for you. Even if you never speak again, you will always be their sacred secret. Type Amen to get blessing 474. They didn't need years to know you were special. They knew at the moment they first looked into your eyes, and even if they never get the chance to say it, they'll love you in ways no one ever will. Your name is etched into their favorite memories and their deepest regrets. They have grown, transformed, and evolved, but the part of them that belongs to you has never changed. They are no longer who they were, but their love for you has remained untouched. They hope the angels carry their energy to you, so you know, every beat of their heart still remembers you. Type Amen to get blessing 393. The final truth is this: they never stopped loving you. No matter how many sunsets they've watched alone, no matter how many goodbyes they've whispered to the wind. You are still there forever, hidden quietly in the background of every today. You may not see them. You may not talk anymore. But their spirit has never left yours, and their love is the most loyal thing you'll ever know. When heaven speaks of love stories not yet finished, yours is the one they still hold open. Archangel Michael says, now that you've received this message, the heavens have heard your heart too. And what was once broken is being rewritten by divine hands. Type Amen to get blessing 1001.